Wakey, wakey, little graduate.
Mom, no.
I'm so proud of you. You're my everything.
Morning, Suze.
Please don't call me Suze.
Sorry, Suze.
Just don't get what you see in this guy.
I love him and he worships me.
But honey, you're starting university. He's starting nothing.
Happy grad, everyone. We're the emotional morons.
Baby, I'm gonna miss you so hard.
Wait, what? It's
Take
your
it.
favorite.
I love you so much, sweetie.
Do you feel like you're gonna throw up too, Suze?
Well, first of all, you play a guy who is said to be and appears to be a seemingly dense loser, and that's a quote. And he's anything but. So what was it like to jump into that and sort of dumb down a bit?
Well, I keep receiving the same compliment that I am so much my character. So I guess I just walk around like a dense little idiot to this day. So, no stress on that.
That's so funny. Now, Gage has been through a tough time. His father's abusive. His girlfriend, who is Suze's daughter, has moved away to get apparently away from them both. And there's the incident at the water tower. When you're confronted by a character like this, how do you bring him back to earth in a way that's really believable? Bring him back to like a good place.
Well, Miss Brodie, I feel like I'm still learning. I feel like every character that I get to grab a hold of, I get to dive deeper and I get to thicken my experience and my tool shed that I hold with me whenever I do a scene. And this one here we filmed a couple of years ago. That scene did make me nervous when I filmed it. The water tower scene, just because it's the big drama scene and I get so hyped up. I used to get so hyped up, and I feel like now I'm actually like calming down and I feel like more comfortable on the day of, and just being able to trust that I can try to get there, and I've been there before, so I know I can get there, and that I trust myself to get myself there. So when it comes to like the preparation, when it comes to all this extra stuff, I mean, the preparation is still the same. With I like to break down the script as many times as I can prior to filming, and then once we actually start filming, I'll divide it up by our filming schedule, and so I'll hopefully we have like 2 days off a week. Hopefully, sometimes we don't. And I usually like to take that time off and I break down what's coming up for the next week, and I'll break down those lines again, and then I'll memorize them.
Wow, you are very dedicated. And of course, all of your experience is adding up and adding up and adding up. And I think this is a really important role because he seems to be one thing, he's quite another. And the film is all about empathy, because the two lead characters, yourself and Suze, they need empathy. They've been ghosted, abandoned, dealt a hard deal by life, and they find each other and they reach out to each other. And I just found that to be so great, despite the generation gap. Do you have an adult besides your parents who you reach out to?
I mean, I don't live the same circumstances that Gage does, but within my own kind of realm of reality, I have mentors in my life. I have one specific one that just like, he changed my view in the world. It's like, I think the adults in our life are bring us to, where they are, and you keep meeting different people that can keep bringing you to different levels. My dad taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me how to skate, taught me how to walk. And my mom, paid attention and put me into acting classes and all the extra little sports. I wanted to do gymnastics, but I didn't get that one. And then throughout my career, throughout just the experiences the travel that I've gotten to have, the people that I've gotten to cross, like everyone has something to learn. And I'm happy that you highlight the difference between the age gap between my character and Michaela's, because I think there's more of those relationships that really do exist in the world that we just don't talk about. This is very specific towards their circumstances, but there's people of different ages. One of my best friends is in his 70s, and I'm in my 20s, and it's just like how do we relate? Why do we relate? There's no real reason other than the fact that we enjoy each other's company and that we like laugh and that we swap stories and like and it's kind of cool because like when you hang out with somebody in their 70s, you know, they've had so much life to experience that like, you know, through storytelling and through things like you can learn through their mistakes and hopefully be able to take it in. Now, does that mean that I'm learning every mistake? Heck no. I mean, I'm telling you, but I'll think of it afterwards after I screwed up. I'm like, oh, you know what? He had told me a story that referenced similar to this, and I can't believe I didn't like recall it in that moment, but now next time I can learn, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. And of course, with Michaela, Suze,
Yeah.
the two of you kiss, and it's
Yes.
understandable because of the empathy between you.
Yeah.
How did you handle that mentally? What did you think of that?
Oh, it was so difficult to kiss Michaela. Michaela, well, first of all, Michaela is a sweetheart and a professional, and so am I. So, like, I mean, the handling it. I mean, prior to it, there's always like the kind of business discussion that you go and you have the little conversation, like, what are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? Let's talk about the scene. Let's see how far we think our characters might want to take this. Maybe it's just a peck and we run away. Maybe it's something more. Maybe there's a moment inside there. So there was a bit of discussion because obviously, like, you know, people are going to talk about the kiss moment, and but there's also like great different great different ways you could have watched this film, you know, like because throughout the film, like some of the lines can like I'm naturally a flirty person as well, and so when I bring myself to a character, like, you know, some things are going to come off as flirty, and once in a while the directors would come up and be like, hey, that's not the story we're trying to tell. Bring it back into high school. You are a kid. Come on. You know, so, you know, like when she comes out in the dress and everything, like there was a few lines in there. I was like, damn, Michaela, you know, like you're a smoke show. And then the director's like, what are you doing? Give us the line, you know? So
That's great. And it kind of had to happen, really, considering your character's, you know, heart and the bond between you.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know, some people are meant to be friends, and we should. You know, it's. I think people receive so much information through our phones, through or the world that we live in. We receive so many different storylines from everywhere around the world. And so, if we identify with a love story in our heart from something that we've seen in the past, you know, of course, our heart's going to be navigated towards a certain direction, but we got to remember, like, we are human and this is the reality that we live in. And make sure you calculate your experiences with other people because you might end up in a situation where you, like I said, maybe fell in love with somebody who just didn't feel the same way.
You know, and you're very lucky to be growing up now, to be living now, because back when I was small, you know, wow, that would have been so wrong. Charlie, I want to say, I interview so many people. You are extraordinarily interesting and thoughtful, and I truly appreciate it. And I've enjoyed this. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. You as well. I've really enjoyed this.
Good.
Experience.
And thank you,
And
Charlie.
so nice to meet you. Yeah.
As well.
Hi, honey. Calling to see how you're settling in. Hi, honey. Just checking to see if you got my care package. Me again. Hope you're still alive. I just feel like I'm losing her.
We gotta see this as a whole new beginning.
You're going through perimenopause. Think of it as things starting to wind down inside.
Yeah, but what if I don't want them to wind down inside?
Gage jumped off the water tower.
Wait, what?
Can you go check on him?
Suze, is that you?
Hey, hello, Gage.
Dad, this is Suze.
Oh, your precious daughter. Yeah, she dumped his ass.
She's dead?
I was hoping that you could watch him till I get back.
Me.
Hi, Suze. This is gonna be sick.
You can stay in here.
Nice. A lot of good times in here, Suze.
Wake up. You're coming to work with me.
Yo, good morning.
Susan?
Oh, hi, Paul.
Who's your friend?
This is my daughter's ex-boyfriend.
/ future husband.
What the hell, Mom? Why is Gage staying with you?
Sweetie, I have left you several messages.
Hey, Suze. You okay? I'm taking you out tonight.
Why would you bring me here?
I thought it'd be good for you.
So how do you and Gage know each other?
He used to date my daughter.
Look at you go!
And I'm just trying to keep him alive.
This one goes out to somebody very special.
Oh, dear God. What are you drinking?